Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B, host of the Fight Insight podcast. Look, this is an impromptu interview. I just got the call. The guy said he wanted to do the interview right now. I dropped everything. I'm down here in my studio. Let's hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Insight podcast.
He's here. He's here, our guest today. He's an incredible man who changed his life around with the help of martial arts and is now one of the hottest prospects in the middleweight division of the UFC, conducting himself as a true gentleman and a true martial artist. Nothing can stop this tough veteran, not even the social media and the media, MMA media, which we talked about it last weekend, which is why I really wanted to have you on. Tresean Gore. He's currently riding a 2-fight vicious win streak. The man has his wife, son, and fans around the world supporting him, getting him to where he wants to go. Please welcome Mr. Vicious Tresean Gore. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing really good, man. Thank you for the awesome introduction.
Hey, man. Look, you deserve it. I love your nickname. I did bring a prop for me to have while I interview you. There's my Mr. Perfect cup. So... Mr. Perfect.
I gotta get a Mr. Vicious cup.
That's what you need, my friend. You need a Mr. Vicious cup, man. Look, Mr. Vicious is an incredible nickname. So before I get to anything, man, where did that nickname come from?
I got it from my coach after a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Nice.
I topped out a black belt when I was a 3-stripe white belt. And my coach at the time, Shane Briggs, he was like, man, that was so vicious. He was like, I'm gonna call you Vicious from now on, and it stuck.
I like it, dude. That's one of the best nicknames in the UFC right now, for sure, man. Mr. Vicious.
Thank you.
I always loved, growing up watching WWE wrestling, man. It was always Mr. Perfect, Mr. Wonderful. So to see Mr. Vicious, that's a good one, my friend.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Now, here's the thing. For people that don't know you, you have a very interesting backstory that was detailed a lot on The Ultimate Fighter when you were there. So I was really happy to see that you got a lot of airtime to get your story out to the world. Before I get to the other stuff, was that important for you? Did you like that they talked about your upbringing and how you came into the world and how you came into mixed martial arts?
Well, I mean, my upbringing is a lot of the reason why I fight, so it had to be highlighted,
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't mind talking about it and letting people know where I come from because I'm proud of making it from those circumstances.
Yeah, man. And I think it's really amazing because now you're such a family guy, right? Your beautiful wife and your son, who I just saw before we started the podcast, right? That's a huge inspiration to you. And everything you seem to do is so that you can honor them and give them a good life.
For sure, man. And yeah, man, my family is a huge key part of it. And God blessed me with them for sure. From the situation with my mother on drugs and my father and all that. We all know that, but God has blessed me to overcome and, become my own man and break generational curses.
Yeah, that's
I'm still breaking them right now as we speak, It's a never ending battle with this thing called life we live,
No, it's very true, man. And there's so many, what I really like is that there's so many UFC fighters right now that are speaking out about that kind of stuff and helping people, get out of addiction, get out of bad places. Jared Gordon, who I had on this podcast, he's a huge guy around that, right? Around men's mental health, Patty Pimblett as well. So it's a real good talking point that a lot of you fighters are really standing up for and helping people change.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we're all standing up for something because why have this platform and not use it to help people,
Right. No, definitely, my friend.
It's not all about us, It's not all about us. It's about, being a champion in and out of the ring. At least it is for me.
Yeah, for sure, man. And look, aside from your incredible fighting, what really stood out to me is the way that you handled media, And so I did play this last week. I played it for Bam Bam Barberena, and we were talking about it. One of the things that I've noticed in the world is that the MMA media really tries to sucker people into things lately. They'll try to get you to say something so that there's clickbait. And so for those that weren't watching last week, let me just play this quick clip if you don't mind. This is just the beginning of the interview. So I just want to give people a little context of what I'm talking about here.
On the broadcast, Bisping, when you took him down, kind of seemed like, oh, that was the wrong move. When you were doing that, were you able to hear that kind of criticism? Did you know what?
Man, Bisping literally always does that. I don't know why. Like, everything I do is just untechnical and wrong.
All right. You heard that there?
Yep.
So here's the thing, Tresean, and this is why I'm so proud of you, man, and this is why I really wanted to be able to speak to you, because to me that question was really trying to get you to start talking crap, saying some bad stuff, and then it would become clickbait headlines that Tresean Gore wants, has beef, blah blah blah, whatever. But you turned that question around, man, and you were so respectful in saying like, "Hey, that's a champion. I aspire to be like that," and you really had a great answer to then where the media person then says, oh well, yes, he then later said that you did the right thing, and she kind of like doubles back on the question, but it's like, hey, you were trying to set my man up here. do you
Yeah,
realize
man.
do you
Yeah.
realize that when that question's happening, like, do you realize what they're trying to do to you?
Yeah, I do, man. And like, yeah, I do, man. How I feel about it, man, like I'm just gonna answer with my genuine self. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna fake it to make it. I do admire the guy whether he critiques me or not. I'm not gonna talk crap or say I beef with somebody that did it before me that kind of paved the way for me. So that would make no sense for me, man. So yeah, that answer just came from me being myself, being genuine.
Right.
You know, and maybe somebody told her to ask me that question. I
Yeah.
feel like everything is stacked against me right now. Yeah,
Well,
UFC, the other fighters, I feel like nobody don't want to see me win. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I was, like I don't know, bro. I'm gonna just fight my way to the top. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, man, for sure. And here's the thing, Trayshawn. I'm interested in what you're saying here, because when you say people don't want you to win, and I've spoken with other fighters at the UFC that have also kind of said that. Can I ask what you mean by that? Like, what do you mean they don't want you to win?
Uh, man, like it's hard to say, man. Like you know, I haven't fought in so long, so the UFC they kind of just threw me on the prelims, didn't give me any promotion, and nobody even knew I was fighting. Like, and I get it. I mean, I have to fight my way back, earn my spot back to the main card and all that, and eventually main event. But it just kind of sucks. Like having no promotion, getting no bonus when I moved my family across the country to Arizona. Uh, and I just bought a new car. Paid off, thank God. But it's just like, and on top of that, like, other fighters look at me, they saw the past losses that I had, and they think it's easy pickings over here, and I don't like that. I really truly don't, and I'm gonna sleep these guys. I really am, man. Like, I'm not saying that in a like cocky way. I'm actually very serious. I'm gonna sleep people when I come back because I'm figuring out myself a little more. I'm figuring out how to use the power God gave me.
Well, that's the thing, man. But so do you mean that the promotion, or when you say promotion, you mean like in terms of like highlighting that you're on the fight, like literal promotion just on their social media and stuff, saying that, hey,
I
Tresean
wouldn't
Gore is
say the
coming
I
up?
wouldn't say the promotion is. I'm not saying the promotion is against me, but like I guess like sometimes you just feel that chip on your shoulder. Like, I'm not a preliminary fighter. Like I'm the main event guy. Like you just feel that chip on your shoulder, and then uh you just want the respect that you feel like you worked for these 13 years. I've been working for 13 years, so you know I just feel like what it is like the UFC wants me to earn my respect back in their way because I didn't fight Bo Nickel when I tore my scaphoid ligament in my wrist. I didn't fight when I tore my labrum in my left shoulder as well. And they just want to see if I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna show them that I'm gonna show up every time and show out. So it's all good. It's all good. That's just how I feel though. I just feel like the world's stacked against me.
Dude, yeah, but look, man, your last two performances absolutely bonkers, like crazy, crazy performances, man. Coming back, like you said, from those injuries, the layaway that you had, and you bounced back, man. I was talking with another fighter before, and we talk about this on the podcast a lot about like, to me, the biggest thing that the biggest character that someone can show is how they react to losses. Like, how do you bounce back? And you have like changed everything. Like, you've figured out how to win at the highest level. You are sleeping, dude, earning bonuses, man. I really hope that you believe and that you see that like sky's the limit for you, man.
I do. I do. That's why I'm here, man. I'm not here to just be in the roster. I'm not,
Yeah,
and as far as the losses that I took, you know, like they were against people that I know I could beat. So that easy. Like I know I can beat the people easy that I lost to, and uh, you know, like I said, those losses kind of humbled me. They brought me down to earth more, and they made me realize, like big boy, daddy's doing an interview right now. I'm gonna be in the house. Go in there with mommy right now. My boy's trying to come out. Come here real quick. Say hey to everybody. Say hey. Come here. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
let's see this big guy here.
Come on.
Here he is.
Hey, babe, I'm doing a
Oh,
podcast right now. I'm
look at this guy.
look in the camera. Look,
His name is it Junior?
his name is Tresean Gore.
Tresean Gore Jr. How you doing,
Yeah.
Tresean?
Say how you doing?
How you doing? Look at this guy. How
Put
old
your
is
fist up.
how old
Show
is
him your
Junior?
guard. Show him he's 3.
Oh, look at the hands up. Hands up. Look
Go
at
there,
him go.
mommy, big boy. He's going out there, but I'm sorry, man. He's my wife has him now, but
No worries, man.
what
Hey,
I was
look.
saying, man, is you were asking me, uh, like why I came back and how I came back and stuff,
Right.
for my losses. And I was just saying that the people that I lost to, I feel like I'm better than, and I've been seeing them do their thing. I've been seeing Brian do his thing. I seen
Yep.
Cody fight Bo, and I just feel like, you know, I'm just about to show people, man. I ain't gonna sit here and try to convince you. Like, just tune in.
No, man, that's exactly it, my friend. Like that is what happens in this world, right? In this fight game, people always think like, oh, you have to be undefeated. No, man, there's gonna be stumbling blocks. Like, you're fighting people at the highest level. Like, this is gonna happen, but your trajectory right now, and remember, like, and I apologize, I had this pulled up. I know we're doing this interview kind of on short notice, but you didn't have many fights going into the UFC. You're one of these guys that like literally is growing up in the UFC under the brightest of lights. I think you were 3-0 or 4-0 before you were into the house, right? At the Ultimate Fighter.
3-0. I was
Three
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0, man. So like that's like
I don't
literally
know
like
why they brought me on so early, man. Like as far as like maybe they saw it too. Like they see. Like they don't just bring random people in the UFC. Like they don't just give random people chances. Like they saw that I had the skill and ability to be here,
yeah.
and I'm here. I got there at 3-0. I'm 6-2, really 7-2 at the Ultimate Fighter, and man, I'm about to wake people up. Like they're gonna stop disrespecting me, and disrespecting my name, and they're gonna see. They're gonna see that I'm a world class fighter. They're gonna see that I'm a generational talent.
Definitely, man. Who's disrespecting you, Mr. Vicious?
The whole world, the whole world. They think they think I'm a prelim fighter. They think I'm soft. They think that my mom's still on dope right now. My dad just getting out of prison. You think I'm gonna show them, man? Like I have hunger in me that I have
Yeah.
not showed in there yet. Like I'm gonna show them. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I just feel like the whole world. I just feel like the you know How can I put it into words, man? Like when I lost, people like some coaches kind of fell out of my life. You know, when I got injured, some coaches and teammates fell out of my life, and that's some of the them that I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I had some coaches and colleagues say doubtful things when I was scheduled to fight Bo, as if he was gonna beat me. Not teammates, but like people, like really, a lot of my teammates knew that what I was gonna finish that guy. But I also had a lot of people saying doubtful things with him. You know, of course, with injuries come a lot of like heartbreak and people betraying you as well, and that's some of the them. You know, another people in the another some of the them I'm talking about as well is people in my neighborhood, people where I come from. Like they hate on me. Like they don't want to see me continue to strive and be great. Like some people, some of them I've heard around that they've been saying you know, talking crap about me, saying I changed up and all that. You know what I mean? Like it's you only understand it if you're from the hood. You know what I mean? Or you from like not even necessarily the hood, like a ghetto or area where it's a lot of drug traffic or something like that. Like that's where I come from. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so that's the dem I'm talking about. That's the dem I'm talking about. Even my own father, you know, like he's the dem. He wasn't there. I wanna just continue to rise and be the opposite of him and be better. That's the them I'm talking about. I want to prove them wrong. You know, and it ain't even just about proving them wrong. It's about proving me right. I've been believing I'm gonna be the greatest ever since I've been out here trying to make my way in this sport. I've been believing this. That's why I started training. When I first started training, I mimicked GSP. I mimicked the Spider Silver. I mimicked all the greats because I want to be my own great. And one day they will call me great, but they don't have a choice.
Yeah, man. Dude, I love your passion, man. And look, if that is what it takes to drive you towards the success that you have, then man, keep that fire in you, man. Like, look, everyone is motivated and inspired by different things, and I can see the passion in you, man. Like every interview that I see of you, man, it is a true Tresean Gore that you're getting. You're a personable guy, man. You've got all that fire in you, man. Don't let that die, my friend. Like, really, man, this is what's gonna about to change your life, you know? Like, I
It
just want
can't
you to
die,
know.
bro. It can't die. It can't die. I'm so sick and tired of people thinking that you know I'm a prospect, you know, and just thinking that I'm not a contender and thinking that I can't do it. My whole life, they've told me I can't. My whole life, bro. You called me on a day where I was already in my emotions. My whole life, they told me I can't. I'm that kid that used to have the same clothes on. Five outfits per year when I would go to school. You know what I mean? My whole life, I've been the one doubted. I've been the one not having. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just ready, man. I'm just ready to just go to another place in my life, bring my family to a whole nother level. Um, and they won't win this time. Like it's not it's my time, man. It's my time. Um, you know, I watched my mom transform from a regular person to a full blown fiend. You know what I mean? Like that stuff really messes with you. And my mom don't like me talking about her addiction on interviews, but truth be told, like she's one of the things that drive me forward. You know what I mean? Because truthfully, it's hard to feel like you made it when your family is still hurting. You know what I mean? And I'm just ready, man, to just really just. I want to do this on another level, bro. Like all
Yeah,
these fighters, they're just in here throwing punches. Like I just want to do this on another level, and I just pray God gives me the strength to do it on the level that I'm craving for.
for sure, my friend. And he will, man. He will. Like, and already your life is like a testament to all that. Like, it's a testament to your family. It's a testament to your belief in God. It's a testament to like yourself. You know, like everything you are doing, man. Just know that there's people like Timmy B and the Fight Insight podcast and people out there that are watching you and that do believe in you, man, and that you're kicking ass, man. You're doing the right things, my friend.
I feel
And I
like I'm
appreciate.
not though, man. I feel like I haven't started yet. All right, like that choke, I was happy, but I was also sad because I was like, dang, why they gotta have all these knockouts? Tonight I get my submission. Like all these
Well,
bullshit cards that I watch while I've been out, they
yeah,
want
yeah,
to knock everybody out when I come back. And I was
yeah,
like, damn, like my biggest regret in that fight was not putting his lights out. But Antonio was
right,
a nice guy, and he was a very nice guy. He was a cool guy, and like I'm glad I didn't have to hurt that guy too bad because I liked him. You know what I mean?
sure,
I like battle when I fought him. That's why I let him pick his mouthpiece up multiple times. That's why I never really went for the kill. You
yeah,
know what I mean? But that's like now I realize you never be nice in there. You never let somebody get their mouthpiece. You go, you kill, and that's
yeah. Well,
why what I've been doing.
no, that's what I was gonna say though. That mentality's got to change though, right? That you cannot allow that to happen. You know
And
what
you
I
can't
mean?
fight dumb. You can't go
Yeah,
in
of
there
course.
and do the same leg kick and spam the same leg kick over and over again like I did against Brendan. You can't do dumb things in the highest level. Like, and I didn't know that because I didn't have a team telling me. I didn't have the coaches telling me. Now I do. At the
Yeah,
MMA lab, I have accountability, and I've evolved. Like I have an IQ now. I'm gonna be picking people apart in there, and I'm gonna be throwing a lot of volume now. Doing things that I didn't do in the past because I'm just evolving. I'm 30 years old, and like you said, the sky is the limit. I did not come this far to let somebody bring me back down. I didn't.
yeah. No, and I do want to say,
All
like, hey,
all glory to Christ Jesus, bro. All glory to Jesus Christ. Like I don't know who's gonna watch it. This video is probably gonna get 200 views, bro. They don't give a damn about me yet,
I'm gonna
huh?
pump I'm gonna pump. I don't want to swear because I know you don't like swearing. I'm gonna pump the crap out of this, man. People need to see you. That's the thing.
I know, but I'm saying, bro, that's one of the damn I'm talking about. Look, this video is gonna probably get like 200, 300, 400, maybe 500 views. Like from now on, when they start seeing my name, they're gonna click. But now when they see me, they're just like, oh, that's just that guy that got the choke. Oh, that's the guy that was on the Ultimate Fighter. Oh, Brian's better than him. Oh, scroll. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right,
I
right.
don't like that. I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm elite. I know I'm the type. I believe in the Bible so heavily. Like I believe what I've been praying for. I've been. The Bible says when I believe what I've been praying for, and I believe I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
keep working. And like I said, your video might not hardly get no views because right now they don't respect me. But these people are so lukewarm. When they see what I'm about to do to these guys, they're gonna be clicking this video, coming back, revisiting it.
yeah,
At first it might not blow up. It will pop off when I become champion because I will become champion. I will become champion in Jesus' name. I won't stop. I'm a grind. I'm a grind, and I'm gonna grind so hard that that everything will have to move out of my way. Just watch, bro. Watch the next fight. You thought that choke was something, bro? I haven't even showed them my stand up yet. Like, and I'm not saying this in a cocky way, cause these dudes could knock my ass out of my next fight, bro. They could TKO me. I'm in a crazy dangerous sport, but I'm speaking through faith, bro. I can't see the other side, but I know God is with me there on the other side, and I believe I will stand victorious.
I believe it too, man. I believe it too. Look, I from all the things you're saying, man, and I wish I could talk to you forever, dude. And I do hope that you come back on the podcast as well. I know my co-host Ringside Rain would love to see you, and she probably would have a million questions for you as well. But here's the thing, man. It's funny because last week we were talking about the like where people fight on the card because of course a few weeks ago now, by the time this airs, like Aljamain Sterling was upset that he was on the prelims. Chris Weidman and stuff like that. The media was saying like they shouldn't be on the prelims.
Well, these are
You,
champions. These are champions. Like let's get that straight before we keep going. These dudes got every right. I gotta just shut the hell up in this fight. But I'm just saying, in my own mind, like I feel like I'm a champion, a future champion too. So
yeah,
give me a main card spot so I could show people, so I could be promoted, so I could build my following. Like it's hard to build your following when you're the second fight and people barely tune in to the people barely tune in on the second fight. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard to build anything off of that, build any momentum.
Yeah.
But
So to you,
before you keep going, those boys are champions, bro. Aljamain and
Weidman.
Chris Weidman are champs. They did it. They did what I'm trying to fight to do. So damn right, they don't deserve to be on the prelims. Me, I kind of do deserve it because hey, I didn't show up 2 times that where I should have, but I was hurt though. I didn't want to jeopardize getting cut fighting hurt, so that's why I didn't.
No. I hear you, but I'm just saying because some fighters don't care where they are. But what I'm hearing from you and what I like and I appreciate your perspective on it is that it does matter where I am on the card. I want to be on the main event. I want more eyes on me. I want to have that respect of who you are and what you're about to become. So you do care about where you are. Can I ask if then does that mean like you don't want to fight in the apex? You would rather be in a crowd? Does that matter to you as well?
Bro, you don't understand, man. Like people don't understand. Like I come from this little ass town, a little river, and like, yes, I want to fight in the crowd. This is where when I was in the ghetto. This is like when I was like coming up. This is the only thing that gave me joy. Like hearing that crowd roar. Like y'all don't get it, bro. So yes, I do want to get out of the apex and see how I feel. I'm gonna see, cause for some odd reason, I feel right at home. Like when they ask me questions, every interview I do, like even this interview, I can just be me. When I fight, I can just be me. I feel like I'm destined to be here, and I feel like when I get that crowd behind me, it's gonna bring out another level of me. I've never fought with, outside of the apex though. I do want to though. I do. I wanna defend my titles outside the apex.
Of course. No, and that's what I feel too. Like, because, you talk about like earning the bonuses and stuff like that. The way you fight and the finishes that you've been having, that crowd is going to go insane. And then I swear that's going to have an impact on when they give out the bonuses too, because it's the fighter that erupts the crowd more. It's the fighter that the organization can see the crowd is reacting to. And I feel like you can get a huge reaction if you're in a big crowd. So I would love to see you in a crowd in your next fight as well. That said, I'm trying to calculate in my brain, but I feel like you've had 4 fights after The Ultimate Fighter. Does that mean that was the last fight on your contract? Am I okay to ask you that?
No, that wasn't the last fight. I got a new contract when they scheduled me to fight Bo, so I got 3 more fights. I just broke in a new contract.
Oh, wait a second. So does that mean your last 2 fights were the first 2 fights on that contract?
No, my last 2 fights. That was my last contract. I'm on a new contract. This first fight I just fought was the first fight on my new contract.
I see. So you signed the new contract after your first win.
Yeah,
in the UFC, and then
have other fights. Yeah, I got
okay.
Fights.
Dude, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you, man, because that's good. That means that you've got, you've got 3 more fights on this contract, 3 more big wins.
They were telling me, oh, yeah, cut this guy. He's gonna go to work at Home Depot. Like after I lost, like it's like these very same fans that you trained for a decade, right? To try to impress and appease, right? They are the main ones that will break your heart and betray you when you fall down. If you go look at some of these fighters' comments after they lose, it's sad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like the MMA world will tear you down quicker than anything, and if you don't got God and a solid foundation and solid people around you, you will listen to that.
Right. Dude, look, man, this interview has gone a million different directions than I thought it was going to, but I hear you on that. I hear you on that a million percent.
My bad.
No, dude, I love it, man. I love going wherever the guest wants to go. But I will say, man, one of the things I learned, and this is like on such a small scale compared to someone like you, but when I started this podcast, Tresean, of course, I thought my gym was going to support me. I thought they were going to promote. I thought my friends would support. I thought they'd buy a t-shirt. You know what I mean?
You think, right?
Dude, nobody. It's almost as if, and then I started to talk to other people about this kind of feeling I had. It's amazing how when you start to do something and when you start to do a little bit well, how much it feels like people want you to fail. Like
Yeah.
the people you thought
Yep.
would support you, it's almost the opposite. It's almost, for some reason, it's like they want you to fail, and it's such a difficult thing to get over.
It's
And so
very difficult.
I can only imagine, like, when you're a professional athlete like you on that level, when you get that kind of feeling, man, it's messed up, dude. And it's something that people really like struggle. I've talked to so many people about it.
It's terrible, bro. It's like you can't. It makes you not want to trust anybody. It makes you not want to have friends. You know, like
Mhm.
a friend. What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It
Yeah,
really is when you're striving for something. Like people will literally people want to see you down on their level,
right.
and they're gonna just sit there and just watch and watch and watch every little moment of yours and wanna and try to watch that moment where you fall. And that is so sad.
It is
And
really,
you know
man.
what? We gotta pray for their soul, bro. We can't allow that to make us hate them. My great grandma said before she died, it's not my responsibility how I treat people. It's not my responsibility how people treat me, but it's my responsibility how I respond and how I treat them. So they can treat us with all this hate, but we need to respond with love, and we need to keep grinding and keep us us winning, and you continue to rise in your podcast, and me continue to rise as a fighter. It's us is us putting our foot on their neck even more. So that's all we gotta do, and just pray that they find their salvation in Christ Jesus and get that hate and malice out of their heart. That's what we
Yeah.
gotta do for them.
Yeah, definitely, man. It is definitely is how you react. I had two more questions for you, man, and I feel like you just answered my last my next one. I just two more questions.
Nah, you
I,
good,
I
brother?
I did want to ask you, because of like your life and what you've gone through and what you're continuing to go through now, what would you say to kids out there that are needing a redirection in their life?
Uh, man, I would say pray. I say pray. I would say pray for sure because it's like I could sit here and tell you everything I did, right? I. But to be real with you, it was God that got me where I'm at today. And I can't do for you, the kids that might view this, I can't do for you what He would do for you. There's no words I could put in to what God can do for you and what getting to know Jesus Christ could do for you. I know y'all hear Him, athletes, say His name every day. I know y'all hear uh, Him in church. I know y'all see priests that molest kids that believe in Jesus, right? So y'all are like, I ain't gonna believe in that, right? Nah, that's disgusting. Cause, but bro, like that ain't Jesus that told them to do that. I want y'all to put the skepticism down about Jesus, and I want y'all to pray. That's how I want y'all to do. And just like the wind, you could walk outside on a windy day, and you could feel the wind blowing, but you can feel that wind, right? But you can't see it. You
Yep.
can feel God, right? But you can't see Him. But you can feel Him though. So pray, and I say grind too. If you're in a situation where you're in the hood, don't stay there. If you live in Georgia, if you live in Louisiana, and there ain't no good gyms in Louisiana, then boy, you better get on that Greyhound. If you gotta go to China, if you gotta go to Las Vegas, if you gotta go to Russia, wherever you gotta go for your dream, go. 'Cause that's my mindset right now. I went to Georgia first. Now I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah.
You think I want to leave my home state of South Carolina? That comfort, that beach. I'm from the Myrtle Beach, Little River. Yes, but I left though because anything out, if you're outside of your comfort zone, then you're winning. But if you're in that comfort zone and you're just like, you know what I'm saying? That's a way to lose. So
Yeah.
that's my advice for the young ones. That's my advice for not even just young ones, anybody watching.
Yeah.
If you want to be something, then you gotta shake up that comfort a little bit. You have to. You gotta jump off the porch. You gotta trust God when you go. You know what I mean? You gotta know that He's gonna hold you when everything goes sour. You gotta know He's there.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. I jumped off the porch with $600, 20 years old. No, 21 years old when I moved to Georgia. My wife, 19, $600. That's it. hotels, sleeping on blow up mattresses. You know, like, come on, man, sleeping in the car in the middle of winter.
Right.
That's
Dude,
what it takes.
yeah, man, it really does. I look, I got one last question for you, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate this, man. Like, I can't tell you how much I appreciate getting to meet you and getting to speak to you, man. And like I said, Brian Bam Bam Barberena, he knows that you train at the lab, so he was like saying, like, this guy's a good guy, man. He's at the lab, like, you know, he's doing his thing, and so I'm really
Bam
honored.
Bam. Shout out to Bam Bam, man. I respect that guy a lot. I've always
Yeah,
respected him. I've always respected his name. And I look forward to seeing him when I get back to AZ.
yeah, for sure, man. Like, okay, so last question I'm going to ask you, but before I do, I did have a joke planned. I didn't know that this interview would get so serious, but I did have a joke planned, so I'm just going to ask you my joke first, anyways. Okay, what is the number one cure for insomnia? Do you know?
What is insomnia? Is when you can't sleep,
Like,
right?
can't sleep. Yeah. So if you can't sleep, what is the number one cure? Tresean Gore.
I think it's my guillotine. It's either my guillotine or
you're
it's either
you're
a
very
joint.
you're very close, dude. It is. It is that leg right there, my friend. Can you see that? That is the right leg of Tresean Gore. I will say, if you grab that right leg of Tresean Gore, you're going to sleep. Do not do it.
Oh, I see you've been studying, my friend. Yeah, man.
It's
Oh, they're thinking, okay, if I'm studying Trey, I'm gonna slam him to the opposite side, right? Okay, then go do your thing that y'all are studying. Go do what you plan and see if it's gonna work when we get in there.
yeah.
Because when you sleep, when you have conscious from that left hook or that straight right, when you have conscious, it's gonna be hard to defend.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good night, man. Okay, Tresean Gore, my last question to you, my friend, and you know, I appreciate you speaking about your family, because the last question that I ask my guests on this podcast is a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up. She would ask this to me. So I want to ask it to you, Mr. Vicious, Tresean Gore, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
A 5.
I like it. Can
Yeah.
I ask why? And I really appreciate that answer, man, because my number is always very close to that.
Man, I just what are we walking around here happy go lucky for? There's work to be done. Like I gotta pay my son's college tuition. I gotta get a house. I gotta get some land. I gotta rise in my sport. You know, the main thing that gives me joy is for one, God, for one, the smile of my son, for two, the smile of my for two, the smile of my wife, and and my friends and my real people around me that stuck with me through thick and thin. So yeah, I'm not that happy sometimes. I'm not, but I guess like you just gotta accept that as a man that not every moment is gonna be super happy, but as long as your family's happy, then it's okay to sacrifice your happiness for that. And I feel like that's what I've been doing. My son's happy. My son, he's playing with as many toys as he wants. We got a little money. We got some money now. I can get my baby whatever I want. I can get my wife whatever I want. You know, that's it, man. That's it. It's nothing for me. Even when I get the world title, even when I am champion, when they be like, and new Tresean, Mr. Vicious, when they say that all that, I'm still not gonna be as happy because I haven't passed Anderson Silva's record yet. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
always something to do. It's always new goals. And man, thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to wake up today to even do this interview with you. And that's it, man. That's my answer to that.
I love the answer, man. I will say what's crazy is that just in everything that you've been saying today, in the way that you've been answering, and the way that you answered that question, the one fighter that has really mimicked a lot of what you said was Bobby King Green. I don't know if you've met him or you've had the opportunity, but dude, the stuff that you've been saying on this interview is really reminiscent of when he spoke to me.
Really?
Yeah, dude, both these interviews, man, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. I've been doing this for 4 years. This is episode 202 or whatever this is, man. 202 weeks I've been doing this. Dude, this is one of my favorite
I at least
interviews.
made the top 5, man.
Dude, of course, man. You're there, my friend. Hey, look, my friend, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I kept you 10 times longer than I thought I would. So I really appreciate it, man. You are an awesome dude. I love what you're doing. Stick
You too,
with it, man. The fire, everything you got, man. Keep kicking butt. And I do want to put
Timmy, you keep going too, bro. You keep freaking going too. You keep your foot on the pedal, even when you ain't getting as many views as you want, even when other podcasts, your time's going to come. You just keep your faith in God, bro. We're going to get it.
That's right, my friend. Now, look, I'm going to let you go because I know you've got to go play some video games with your son.
Yeah.
Go play some video games with your little boy, man. And thank you so much for joining the podcast. I really appreciate you, man. This time has been absolutely incredible. I wish you all the best, man, in your futures. And we will talk again one day.
One day, man. One day. We were going to talk again. And, yeah, dude, thank you for allowing me to come on your podcast. And I hope that the video gets more than 100 views. If it don't, bro, then it will one day. You know what I mean? Like, one day they're going to come back and see these things like, oh, let me look at Tresean's old videos before he did this or before he did that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man,
it's okay. Y'all could just scroll past right now. It's okay.
They're coming, man.
Little Tresean, like, oh, the nobody right there. Oh, keep scrolling. Okay. My God's going to redeem me. God's going to redeem me. So that's all I'm going to say, man. I love you, bro. You stay up and let's keep grinding, bro. Fight. Hey, y'all boys better tune in and subscribe to Fight and Sight podcast. This dude is the next Joe Rogan with this thing. And like, y'all, like, why not join before it really does? Like, come on, bro. Before it really goes Club Shay Shay level. Come on, bro. All it takes is the right guest from my guy. Right now I'm not the right guest, but I will be soon. God bless.
Thanks, my friend. Have a good one, buddy. Take care, man. That was awesome. I'm going to clip the crap out of that. See you, my friend. Bye-bye. Take care.
All right,
bye.
Peace.
All right, guys, what can I say? I mean, I did not even think that interview was going to go 15 minutes, and now it's gone 40 minutes or whatever that was. But, man, what an incredible dude, Tresean Gore, Mr. Vicious. Go follow him. Go find him. Go subscribe to him. I didn't even put it up. I was so enthralled with that interview. I didn't even have time to put it up. But there it is at the bottom. He is at Tresean Gore. If you're listening on audio, it's TRESEANGORE. Go find him on Instagram. Hit him up. Send him all the love, man. This dude, you can hear the passion. You could see the passion in what he was speaking. Tearing up a little bit there at one point. Talking about his family, talking about his son, talking about his wife, talking about where he came from and what he's struggling through and the passion that he has, man, that I don't know. I've never heard an interview get that passionate and just be so revealing, man, about feeling like people are keeping him down. And I know that there's people that do feel like that. Maybe you feel like that in your life, but look, just keep growing, man. Keep grinding. Like Tresean said, right? Keep grinding, keep pushing through and just achieve everything that you want to, man. This is crazy. This is close to the end. Look, you guys know that I've been saying that I'm going to be ending this podcast, and then to hear Tresean say, don't stop, keep going. That's all the motivation I need, man. Every now and then I get a guest like that and I'm just like, damn it, I cannot stop. So, hey, look, next week we'll be back. We'll figure out what we're doing, but I really appreciate Mr. Tresean Gore, friend of the podcast update. I do want to say thank you to RageWorks Podcast Network. Go check him out at rageworksnetwork.com for other great audio podcasts like ours. All our friends that are fighting all around the world every week, they are just kicking ass. And we're going to see a whole bunch of more people coming back on. We're going to meet new people, come back to our old friends. We're going to do an end of the year show. We've got so much planned. Thank you guys so much for watching. Right around now, this show is going to end. I'm going to put some clips up here or put some videos to show you some old episodes that you should watch and check out. I will put that Bobby King Green one there because if you're new to the podcast and you haven't seen that one, definitely want to check that one out. And it's amazing how much it mimics the two people like Tresean Gore and Bobby King Green to the point where Bobby Green was saying that I'm the next Ariel Helwani, and now Tresean saying I'm the next Joe Rogan. Look, I'm not going to argue with either of those guys. I think they're both absolutely correct that I am the greatest. So, hey, follow and subscribe. Give me some love, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining the podcast.